Hello everybody and welcome back to another first look map video with me, Cwattyeso. This is the Hof Bergmann map and I was requested to have a look at this by the Hellgetters on one of my recent videos. He left a comment saying please take a look at this map. It's one of his now favourites, so let's jump in and have a look. Now right off the bat I ought to be a little bit transparent with everyone to say I have kind of looked at this map already. I've seen it covered by other YouTubers and modders, and YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that since it was released. I even saw some of them who had early access to the map from the map authors. Also, this is the second time I've tried to record this video because the first time I got about 3 minutes into it and then I got interrupted by someone in my own household. So I've had to start again, and now as I'm trying to sit down and record this video, I think the next door neighbour's cutting their hedge, so if you hear any background noise, I apologise for that. But I want to get this video recorded because I want to get it hopefully out and rendered today. So as soon as we hop into the map, the first thing we get is this basically credits roll of all the people who have been involved in making the map and stuff like that. There's a little bit of a credits thing that pops up on screen each time you load in. And here we are, folks. We're at the farmhouse. This is where you spawn in. Fully functional farmhouse. Whoop. You can go in. There is a sleep trigger. And you can go out this door as well. So you can go right the way through. This is sort of your main farming area. To your left here, or should I say to your right, that might confuse a few people, is your basically chicken and duck area. That's right, people, this map has some additional animal types. We've got ducks, we've got chickens, so this is quite a handy little feature. Now your chicken area as well has also been changed and modified. Chickens and ducks now require water, so you have to give them water. In the obviously the base farming sim game, you only have to give them wheat or barley. You've got a food point here, so what this map kind of intends for players to do is use a lot of these big bags, the LSFM big bag mod, which is actually included and packaged with the map in its raw download file. The map comes as a raw file. Now you have to extract that to your mod folder. Inside that raw file is the map and the additional mods that come packaged with it that you can use. Now in this area, so of course you put your food in here, your wheat, your barley and stuff. If you don't use a big bag, or you don't particularly use big bags, I've never ever used big bags yet in the game, you can come in here with a trailer and tip into the trough as normal to feed them, and obviously you can provide them with their water and stuff and things. Now to the left of the farmhouse we've got the pig enclosure, and we've got a built-in production machine for making pig food. And what's weird about these is they actually behave like vehicles. You have to jump in them, you have to switch them on, turn them on and stuff. It's all a bit weird really, but that makes pig food to feed to your piggies, which are in this building over here. You've got your manure heap round the back, that's where the manure goes. You've got a bit of a yard where they tend to run around and stuff, and then obviously you've got your building in here with your sort of feed troughs, water troughs, etc. Your buy point for your piggies is around here. There's your slurry as well. So your buy point for your piggies is here. And you've got piglets as an additional animal type. So you've got your normal pigs, and then the mod has made piglets as well. Now the difference between the two is that piglets don't obviously reproduce. They do make slurry and manure, but they don't reproduce. If you buy 10 piglets and then never buy any more animals, you will only and forever have 10 piglets. Unlike the normal pigs, which will obviously make baby piggies over time, piglets don't. Now, I think that's a cool mechanic, because obviously for people starting out on a map, you may not want to get overwhelmed with animals too quickly. And certainly the pigs tend to reproduce very, very quickly. So, buying a few piglets, you're able to produce your manure and slurry without getting overwhelmed with animals. But what I also like, again, is the fact that the mod author, or the modding team behind this map, has changed and tweaked things. So, pigs only require to be fed pig food. Pig food and pig food for your 100% productivity, or you can feed them corn for, I think, 70% productivity. And that's what I like to see, because again, a lot of maps that you make use of the production elements, things like this, forget to change the animal's need requirements. So you spend all that time making pig food, and then when you give it to the pigs, it gets broken down into the traditional corn, wheat or barley, sunflowers, soybeans, canola, potatoes and sugar beet bars that need bars. And I much prefer it when mod authors streamline the animal needs. I would much sooner just come and give them pig food and know that they're 100% taken care of. It makes more sense. Now over here, we've got our garage workshop. We can come in here, we can obviously tweak and customise vehicles and stuff. We don't actually have any over here, but you know, this is where we can come to do our workshop tweaking. Now over here, if you click on the left side, you open the lower door. If you click on the right side, you open the upper door, and what this does is take you into the horse shed. This is your stable. So naturally what you would probably do is you would probably come over here and you'd probably leave it like that, wouldn't you, in real life? So you can look in, see your horses, they can't get out, and everyone's happy. I'm hoping as well this is a manure point for the horses. I hope the horses produce manure. Again, doesn't make a lot of sense in the vanilla game that horses don't make manure. Also doesn't make sense on a lot of map mods that horses don't make manure. So far, the only map I've encountered horses making manure from is the sort of first versions of the Fenton Forest map by Stevie. So it'd be nice to see a few more authors go down the road and expand the horses to also produce manure. The horses haven't changed. They are only available in there, you know, and the base map only allows, this stable only allows for 5 horses at a time. You can't buy more than that in this pen. And there you go. They take oat and hay, water and straw, yada yada yada. We all know what horses do. Then you come round the back of the horse building and you'll notice we've got a pipe up there, and we've also got this contraption here. This is basically a tip point for putting in grass, which then, I'll bring up the menu, will act as a drying chamber to turn grass into hay. And then what we can do, once the grass has been turned into hay, we can take it out via the pipe on the side of the building. So this is like your hay production area. You've also got storage space for big bags, front loader tools, vehicle weights and stuff like that. You also get a handy ladder which you can move, and this has a little feature as well to it. If you bring it around the front of the building here, right, and you kind of put it there. I've done that wrong. Oh dear, the ladder's fallen over. I'm not very good at objects. all against the wall. Go on. It's not done it. Right. Will it let me do it now? No. I've seen this done. I've seen someone do this. Maybe you have to put it right up close. There we go. You've got a space up here that you can store hay in. So what you need to do is bring a conveyor belt round and basically put the conveyor belt up into there, and you can use that as a storage loft for hay. Now if you head over here, we've got a silo tipper, and this has a pretty useful function of being able to fill silos. Dotted around this farm there are a couple of fillable silos. We also have a John Deere Gator mod pack, so we've got a modded and altered version of the John Deere Gator. It comes with its own little miniature water tank, universal water tank, and its own little tippy truck, which again is very useful for providing water and food to things like the chickens. Now we mentioned the silo tipper back there. If we head out here, where we've got an extra storage shed, watch out for the cars, the traffic. We've got a tipper truck and obviously cedar in this shed here, but we've got a silo. And then basically what you do, you bring the silo tipper up to this, connect it up to there, and then you can fill these silos with a product of your choice that you want to retrieve later. So, you know, maybe store seed in them, fertiliser, lime, that sort of thing, whatever floats your boat. Pig food, you know, if you must. You can use those, and there's a couple of them on the farm when the farm starts. I probably should point out at this point as well that when you start on this map in whatever mode, whether it be new farmer, farm manager, start from scratch, this farm and everything in it is already here. You cannot sell off this farm. You cannot sell off any of the buildings or anything like that. It's all pre-placed. Now you've got these little boxes here. These are an item, again, added by the mod, which you can basically fill with crops and materials because you have a little farm shop. You have your own little farm shop. And basically what you do is you fill boxes. You've got the choice of either the plastic containers out there, or you've got these wooden ones. And basically what you do is you fill them up, you bring them in here, you put them in the marked areas on the floor. You could even put them on the racking to decorate the place a bit if you really wanted to. And basically between the hours of 9 o'clock in game and 8 o'clock, oh sorry, between you get, no, it's on the door outside, isn't it? That tells you when you get paid for stuff. Might need to go around the long way. You can't open the door from the inside of the shop. I'm not sure if that's a bug or a bit of a glitch. There's no bike here. Also, no shutter. Can't get in, so it's locked at the minute. Basically, this opens between 9 o'clock and 7 o'clock, Monday to Friday, and 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock on a Saturday. It's not open on Sundays. But basically, during those hours of opening, a bicycle will appear here, the shutter will open, the door will open, and there'll be a little lady stood in there who basically sells the stuff that you bring in the boxes. What a genius idea and concept. Over here, we've got the main silo, farm silo, with another couple of buildings for storing stuff in. You might want to put crops in here, like potatoes, sugar beets, dry stuff, crop drying. I think that's what those are intended for. Air conditioned, basically storage tip points. You've got a silage clamp over here for if you want to make some silage. And like I say, you've got a big silo over here full of 500,000 litre capacity, I think it is. And then you've got a little unloading point here. Might be a lime station, not sure. Could well be. It's not marked on the map, but that's usually what those are. So yeah, the lady hasn't arrived yet, but when she does, we'll go in and see her. She has a voice as well. She speaks, although she speaks in, I think it's German, so I don't understand it. And generally, I would throw boxes at her to make her, you know, convince her to try and learn a good language. Right, we've got another production facility here, which makes, I believe it's chaff. You bring your grass and stuff over here, you enter it, you turn it on. This is your fermenter, so you bring your grass over, it probably makes silage actually, thinking about it. You bring your chaff and stuff, put in here, and probably ferments it into silage. What's weird is all of these placeables are built basically buildings. Oh, not buildings, vehicles, because you have to enter them, which is a bit weird. Same with this thing over here, which is an automatic bale store. So again, you enter that like you would a building. It's currently got 54 bales loaded into it. You retrieve the bales, and now these are all loose silage bales. And again, you go back into it, you turn on the storage mode, and it basically becomes an auto loader, auto stacking bale storage. So when you bring your bales over and you chuck them down, it will automatically suck them and put them into a nice stack for you. And there's a silage one of these, there's a hay one, a grass one, a straw one in round bale formats. This is the silage one. There is another one for your hay, straw, grass bales, and then there's also a square bale one as well on the map. There's the hay one over there, and the straw one is a little bit over there. Got another 2 clamps here for making silage. I'll be quite honest, why would you use clamps if you've already got a fermenter building? Surely you just put everything in the fermenter building and not worry about having to tip, compact, and all that stuff. That does confuse me slightly, I must admit, on maps. Like I say, we've got your hay and grass storage over here, as we've got another one of these silo tippers over here, so you can bring it up, fill it up with whatever material you want to fill it with. They only hold one material at a time though, so you couldn't put seed and fertiliser in one silo. It's one item only. Got your starting fleet of vehicles, your New Holland TX32, a couple of Fence, a couple of favourite tractors, crappy little ploughs, spreaders, mowers, that sort of thing, you know, the usual standard there. Come round here, you've got your water refill point. They give you another universal trailer, which again is in the mod download. It's in the zip file. It needs to be extracted out and put in the mods folder. Got your pressure washer here. As I say, you've got your straw over here. This is, I believe, the cow pen. Or no, this is the hay, straw loft, sorry. Straw loft. Again, nice shed. Again, straw goes in here and just basically stores straw. Got your auto load conveyor. This one is a modified version of the one in game. This one picks up without the need to have the little one on the front, so you can use this to fill your hay loft above the horses. You can go upstairs, although there's not really much point to coming up here. Don't think there's anything up here. And then you've got obviously another favourite tractor with a loading wagon for collecting up your grass and straw and hay and such things. You've got a universal tank trailer over here, again part of the zip file that you download with the map. So again, extract it from the zip file, put it in the mods folder, and you'll have access to this universal trailer in the game. Silage storage pit, basically bring your silage, sorry, not silage, slurry. Bring your slurry here, tip it in, and it fills that. Drive round here to obviously extract it from this area. All very good and nice. So a big storage pit for silage for people. Not silage. Why do I keep saying silage? Slurry. Getting the S words mixed up today. Again, around this building. If we go out this gate back here. And we follow this path round. We've got another building up here. This is an interesting one. This is a production building. We open the gate. In here, we can produce. We can make cheese, apparently. You bring milk up here and tip into here, which goes into this storage tank here. You take it out with the bucket there, so you can pick that bucket up. Woohoo! And you tip it in here, and basically this machine, when you switch it on, will then turn that milk into cheese, which you can sell in your shop down at the farm entrance. If we head up here and go through this gate where we've got a John Deere 6M sat waiting with a front loader and bucket attached, we get to the cow pen. This is the cow pen on the farm. Doors, there you go, you can get inside. Big feed troughs in here, of course, for the cows. Manure pit back here. Got your buy point, fill point for your cows here. No additional cow types, just the standard Brahmin and cows. However, yet again, the mod Hofer has tweaked it so that the cows, when you buy them, have TMR requirement, and I think TMR silage is grouped together as one fill type, grass and hay is grouped as a secondary fill type, and that's it. And like I say, if you provide them with TMR or silage, they're 100% taken care of. This is, I believe, your slurry point for the cows. So again, the cows produce the slurry, it will fill up in there, you can collect it from here. Over here we've got your TMR production mixer, so again, if you want to make TMR, you can bring your straw, your silage and hay here, get in the machine, turn it on, make your TMR. You've got a front loader, telehandler type thing over here. Very nice. A bit more storage for objects. In here we've got an extra thing as well. This is your seed production for making your own seed, which you can do. You basically have to bring across wheat crops and another material purchased from the store, and you can basically make your own seed. Saves you buying it. And we're back at the main farm. So let's have a look at the map, shall we? This is your map. It's a small play area, so it's a map very suited for single players. It's not going to be a particularly good map for multiplayer, I don't think, because it is a bit on the small side. You start in new farmer mode owning one field, your main farm and your horse area. Other areas on the map are available at reasonable-ish prices. However, some of them really do start to ramp up. And it should be also worth noting that what you cannot do on this map, like you can do on a lot of other maps, when you go to an area of land that you do not own, you cannot enter and interact with any of the buildings, gates and stuff. Basically, you don't own it, you don't have access to it. So if we come over here, and we come to this gate here on this little bit of land, I can't open the gate. Can't get in here. Not allowed. Hop over the gate, which I can do. Come to the building. I can't open the doors. If we go into the map and I buy this bit of land, which is 22 grand, I can now open the gate. And these buildings are a little bit different from normal buildings in that you have to keep your finger on the button to open the roll doors. I like this. This is how I think roll doors should be. Again, so you can have them positioned half open or half closed or whatever. However you like to position your roll doors, you can do that. But yeah, until you own the land, you can't interact with anything on it. Which makes it interesting for areas like this, which have the sheep pasture on it, because you can't do anything with sheep until you have bought this bit of land. Same with the pig breeding place up here. Till you buy it, you cannot interact with that element of the map. So it kind of locks things behind progression. You have to progress a bit, obviously, by playing the game to be able to have access to everything. Up this, not this track, but again, you've got fields, nice fields everywhere. They're not square and rectangular. They're all, you know, they're a bit of a mix mash of everything. We've got, I believe this is the sawmill. It's hard to tell, because again, a lot of the signage and stuff on this map is only in German. They don't provide any English translations for those of us who don't play the game in German. So this is like your your sawmill. You bring your logs if you're one of those players that likes doing logging. Wood chips and stuff you can bring over here and sell. Nice little area. Run down the road a bit further. We've got another cow pasture where cows are allowed to free graze on this map. This area, you do not need to come and put food and stuff in to these cows. If you buy this bit of land and put cows in this pattern, because they basically eat the grass. You can provide them additional things like silage, TMR, hay if you want, by dropping it into this bin in the middle. But besides that, they eat, basically, they just graze. They like natural grazing, which makes it a bit of an alternative. Again, we've got some nice fields. Again, map's not flat, as you can see from me running around. And I'm running around on foot rather than doing the fly mode, because I think people might appreciate it more being at this level. But yeah, there's definitely some terrain elevation changes. And as I say, there is a couple of forestry areas on the map for people who want to do logging and stuff like that. For the players that get involved in that, like I say, it's not for me. I'm not a logging person. If anything, yeah, I remove trees to make it easier for me to farm fields and work fields. So again, the sort of trees I would remove would probably be trees like this one, which would kind of get in the way a bit when you're perhaps working the field. And some of these other trees around some of these other fields, like some of the ones around here, I'd probably end up removing these if I was playing on the map, just to make it easier to work the fields. This is the big field 12, by the way. The big 1 million field, the biggest field on the map. Again, we've got sell points and stuff over here. Production. One of the cool things as well about this map, anywhere where you see a forklift parked, you can drive into it, access it, and use it. So if you want to unload your vehicles, you've brought pallets and stuff over here, you can do so. There's a little bloke in here, look. Talk with the miller. Don't know what that actually does. I didn't see a help option. It's a bit weird. Talk with the character. Bring and tip your stuff. Maybe that's how you get paid. You have to talk to him to get paid. After delivering your stuff, that would make things a bit, rather than just automatically seeing the money get added, maybe you have to talk to him to get paid for what you've delivered. Over here we have the dairy. Bring your milk over here, sell it to these nice people. Bound to be a tip point somewhere for it. Over here, another bloke walking around, looks just like the miller. Hello you. Can't talk to you, you're just kind of stood there looking a bit gormless like characters tend to do in this game. The player models. It's one thing I've noticed from playing multiplayer. You get to see the other players, the other farmers. The characters do look a bit gormlessy looking. It's probably a good thing we can't play the game in third person when we're on foot, because you'd see how bad your player looks. Come out here, we then have the greenhouse area. So we've got greenhouses on the map. Now, I don't know whether once we buy this, we probably have to come in here and bring water and manure and stuff. There's a few more of these boxes. Maybe we get additional products we can sell. Additional fruits. Down the road, maybe. Lettuce, boxes of pallets of lettuces, tomatoes, that sort of thing, which we could sell. Grapefruits, whatever. You get these little cages you can put stuff in. Root crops. So yeah, I assume you've got to bring water and fill these up with water and manure, and then they'll produce stuff that you can generate income. Possibly another lime station. It's not marked on the map, however. And then we've got silage clamp again. Is it a silage clamp? No. Might be an area just for you to tip manure then, and store manure to feed to the greenhouses. That's a bit interesting concept. And then we've kind of reached the top edge of the map. So you can see this map isn't massive by any stretch of the imagination, which is why I said it's going to be great for a single player, but maybe not so good, or it might be good for a multiplayer with, you know, 2 or 3 players. It certainly isn't going to be for a big multiplayer server because it's a little bit small, but the map over time will be expanded. The mod team has said the play area will be extended. The map at this moment in time is obviously quite small, but they will add additional land around this in time, and the map will grow into a, you know, more standard size map, and then probably from there it will go 4x, 16x, maybe, who knows. But they wanted to get a basic functioning map out first, which this is, and then they're going to add to it and update it as time goes on and add new elements and new features to the map as stuff becomes available. Obviously there's some factory scripts coming out fairly soon when the mod contest thing is over. That's going to be released, and then there'll be a lot of extra production-y stuff and things on these maps. So again, pig breeding area, this is, I suppose, where you would maybe come. Once you buy this area, this is where you'd put your normal pigs to breed pigs, and maybe you just keep piglets down at the main farm then. And again, you've got a couple of different areas where you can basically make pigs, make buildings. Again, I can't access any of this stuff because I don't own the land. Another one of these silo tipper buildings, and again, places to store vehicles or loose food types. Very interesting map. And there was another little white object somewhere. Probably in one of these buildings, which I can't access, unfortunately. It's probably a bloke that you can talk to. Or a forklift or something. Again, run down here. Got the Skinner up the road here. Now, another concept on this map that's a little bit unique. Animals will actually die. If you don't feed them and look after them and that, they do die. And when they die, you have to get rid of their bodies. You can't just leave them in the pen rotting. So you have to load them up and transport them, the bodies, over to this fella here called the Skinner, who then basically charges you a fee to dispose of the dead animals. Dispose of your dead. I think this is the fella here. So yeah, the Grim Reaper is his logo. And when you come into your price point thing, he is listed on here as a sell point. But as you can see, he doesn't give you money. He takes £801 off of you for getting rid of your dead animals. So yeah, if you don't look after your animals, it may get pretty expensive to get rid of them and have them turned into whatever the Skinner does with them. Again, a few more fields around here as we head up into this top corner of the map. There's nothing else over here, so we'll head back down. To this building here, which is a cow breeding area. Possibly main animal dealership over here. You got the horses, you got sheep. We've also got goats on the map. That's something I haven't showed you yet, but there are goats. And there's also, I do believe, rams. We have rams as well. So this is where you come and load up with your animals and purchase animals if you're one of those people that likes to transport your animals by hand. I assume you can obviously bring and sell bales and stuff here as well if you wanted to, like with most animal dealers. Again, some more nice little fields. Got your fuel station over here. Filling up, getting your diesel and stuff. Very nice. Got your spinnery over here. Your wool. For your wool and cotton sales. Very nice. Webbery. I'm starting to notice, pick up on a few of the foreign words. So Webbery, I know, is spinnery basically, from a lot of these Germany type maps, or Germany language maps. Got the main store shop facility over here, which also has a rather interesting and unique feature. If you come into the store and you come to buy something, like say a crate, these are the fillable crates, like I say, that you can buy to put your crops in. But basically you get a live store. Camera is live, so you bring your vehicles over here. Unfortunately you can't see yourself as a player, but if you drive a vehicle over here, as you're in the store looking at things, you will see your vehicles. And again, as is the case, if you see a forklift, you can get into it and drive it. So yeah, got again your workshop here for repairing vehicles if you don't want to do it at your own farm. Got a nice lady here to buy stuff from. So this is the main, obviously, store. Come over here, we've got another area. Horses. Stables. Come and buy your horses from here, I'm guessing. I'm getting run over by all the cars because I'm running around in the middle of the road. Down here. Again, sell points. Restaurant. Bring your stuff down here. Sell it to these people. Nice water source down here. But yeah, got a restaurant. bring stuff in, deliver it. Everyone's a winner. Got church. This is obviously where all the local farmers come to die. Some kind of market building over here. Again, sell points. Bring your stuff, flog it. You can also purchase and buy lime, fertilizer, seed, etc. from here if you know, don't fancy making it yourself. Liquid fertilizer and herbicide can be purchased from there. I'm guessing slurry, digestate, possibly purchased from here, maybe. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the duck's quacking. Someone's got some ducks somewhere. Very nice looking map. Like I say, very homey feeling. Possibly. Again, you've got another. I think you've got the BGA over here, which has some good and bad points, I think. And quite a nice big area. Digestate, obviously extraction here. Fill point for your BGA is here. Again, I'm kind of sensing it's possibly a kind of Ravenport Felsbrunn deal, which is I'm not a fan of this as a fill point, tip point, unloading point for BGAs. I much prefer just to have a traditional drive over and tip grate system. I mean, I don't know if there is any sort of ground tipping. Doesn't look like there's a trigger out here, unfortunately. This is a bit of a shame. One thing I don't like on maps is when they mess up the BGA by not putting a ground trigger. Only one silage clamp at the BGA, and not your traditional long open ones. It's a little compact one like you've seen at the main farm and stuff. Got a bit of big forestry area behind the BGA. Again, another forestry area for people who want to do logging, tree chopping and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice map. Like I say, it does offer a bit for every type of player. In a kind of small, compact little map designed, as I say, for a single player or a very, very small multiplayer team. I suppose the question now people are asking is, what do I think of the map and will I be playing on the map? I do like the look of the map, and as I say, I am a big fan of maps that have the the sort of production elements built into them, and have expanded the maps to include, obviously, the ability to produce and make items. I also like some of the concepts like the silo tippers for storing individual fill types around the farm. I also, like I say, love the production elements. I also love the additional animals. And I'm a big fan of the fact that they've been sensible enough to change and reconfigure all the food types and feed types for the animals to make a bit more sense. If we go back to our farm, actually, I was going to show you now we're back at the main farm. If we run in here, the lady will be here. In fact, actually, we'll go through the front door. See, bike's here, look. Doors open, windows open.
Willkommen im Hofladen. Was darf sein?
And she speaks gibberish to you. So, the first time I tried to record this video and got interrupted, I didn't like the fact she spoke gibberish at me, so I basically pelted her with boxes and was like, "Speak English, woman, so I can understand you. I will bash you in the head with wooden boxes." I also brought in the plastic boxes out here, but they are a little bit more awkward to fit through these doors. They take a bit of finagling to get the plastic containers in here to sell. So, it makes me wonder how, when we come into the store, we would get something like this. The fillable potato sugar beet type of cage into the shop to sell it. Especially when it looks like it has to be lifted with a forklift. Speaking of additional items, we have, obviously, the Reuben TTC dressing. This is what you need to buy for mixing with crop to make seed in the Seed Master thing on the map. We've also got the transport pallet. You can buy these either new or used. And basically put items on there, strap them down to transport to sell points. There's also 2 new mods that I've downloaded today, completely separate from the map, but I thought it'd be interesting to look at. Are these auto-loading egg crates? Basically, if you don't use like the egg pallet replacer mod that I use, and you still have like your the normal egg boxes in the game, you can buy these crates, and basically when you drive the crates up to the egg boxes, they get basically sucked up and placed inside these crates, and then you can transport these crates a lot easier, look, by the fact that they've got the forklift things in, to sell points. And there's even a thing for putting on the back of vehicles, I believe. You could put these on like the sort of low loadery type vehicles and take them off and sell them. Obviously, we've got the miscellaneous. We've got the butter machine for making butter. We've got the bucket, which we need to make, which we're going to need for cheese and butter production. We can also put crops in the bucket. We've got the fillable butter barrel. We need one of these to work with one of these to make your butter. And we get even get little bathtubs, little metal trays for chucking the chicken and duck coop to fill with water, so the ducks have got somewhere to have a bit of a paddle, which I think is again a nice feature. Bales. Now this confuses me a bit. We get obviously straw bales, hay bales, silage bales. We get round straw bales, round hay bales, and then we also get square bales, round bales of hay from the map authors. And I'm not too sure what the difference is between a square hay bale, round hay bale, and a round hay bale and a square hay bale. I don't know whether that's a bit of a mistake, whether they should have maybe been grass, round grass bales, and round square bales, because you can't buy grass bales. You can buy hay, you can buy straw, you can buy silage, you can't buy grass, and I wonder if they should have been grass bales. I'm a bit confused as to why the duplication of hay bales. You got your big bags, and then obviously your LSFM mod pack. You can get forage big bags. These come with the map, whole grain, and then the LSFM big bag pack that comes with the map as well. Obviously adds your seed, solid fertilizer, lime, chicken food, pig food, horse food, etc, etc, etc. As far as the placeable buildings and stuff go, there aren't any. Apart from a portable toolbox, that's the only thing that comes with, again, the map that you can use. Basically, take the toolbox, carry it around, chuck it in the back of vehicles, and then you can do your repairs and everything on the move. These are nothing to do with the map. These are from obviously separate mods. My own mod there. No decorations, no sheds, no farmhouses. As I say, you can't sell anything off. If we go into the garage, we start with a couple of boxes, which I've just thrown at the lady. We start with bucket, we start with our gator, Fendt tractor, a couple of Fendt favourites, modded front loader, modded tractor. These again come with the map. The silo hopper comes with the map. That comes with the map, that comes with the map, that comes with the map. So it's all the additional modded vehicles come with the map. But that's it. You can't sell off, as I say, any of your buildings, your starting farm. It's all here, it's all placed, it's there. And you just basically come in, you use it, you do it. So, back to the original question. Would I be playing this map? Yes, I would be playing this map. However, I'm not going to be playing it for a while. Reason being, there are already a few YouTubers, streamers who are already giving this map quite a lot of coverage, and I don't like to repeat what others do. I like to basically try and offer alternative content. I don't like making playing the same types of map as everyone else. Again, I like to try and be a bit diversive in the fact that I tend to try to cover stuff that other people haven't covered, to try and obviously encourage people to view my videos. If all the YouTubers and Twitch streamers play on the same map, it's very difficult to do something original and interesting to convince people to watch your videos, especially when they have quite a bigger audience and bigger viewership than me. So whilst they're giving this map a lot of coverage at the minute, I wouldn't play it. I would also probably wait until we've got a bit of a map expansion, because the map does feel a little bit too small for me at this moment in time, and I would like to see some more of the production elements come in. I certainly wouldn't play it from a multiplayer standpoint yet, because as I say, I feel it's a little bit small. Although I do, like I say, like the fact that it's got non-rectangular square fields, it's not flat. And like I say, maybe if there's a couple of people, you know, small group of people that want to play, it makes a good map to do as a multiplayer. Although, saying that, there are aspects of this map that do not work in multiplayer. For example, these bale storage points, if you're going to play multiplayer, you cannot use these. You have to disable this mod, this part of the mod. It doesn't work in multiplayer, so you won't have convenient bale stacking places on your map. So you have to be a bit mindful of that. And again, I would probably wait for a multiplayer to do a multiplayer series until the map's had a bit more refinement and a bit of an update. It's only just released. It could have bugs. Until people start playing it and start really getting into it, it'll be hard for people to find. Obviously, the authors have done tests and stuff, but there's no substitute for players really getting into it, because obviously everybody plays the game a bit different. Everybody tries to do things a bit different. People try to find ways of getting around things and doing things that perhaps, you know, the mod author couldn't even have imagined, and that's generally when problems are generally found. So I would say, again, I would probably wait a bit until it's had a bit more of a spit and a polish, and it's had a bit of an update and some extra stuff added to it before I played on it. But I definitely like it. I love the fact we've got extra animals and stuff, you know, and like I say, they do offer a bit more functionality. So this has been the Hof Bergmann map, or Hof Bergmann map. I have been Cwattyeso. If you've enjoyed the video and you've liked the video, please go ahead and click that like button. Give it a thumbs up, you know, like you're supposed to. If you've got any questions, comments, suggestions or feedback, please feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. I do look forward to reading comments on my videos, and I do wish more people would comment and give me plenty of nice things to read, and, you know, some compliments on the content I produce, and also give me a chance to reply and have a conversation with you people who are viewing the videos. If you're not already subscribe to the channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. Not only does it help me out as a creator, it helps the channel out, and it also helps you out by keeping you notified and informed when I post and upload new content. And also, feel free to share this video wherever you see fit, with whomever you see fit, to hopefully help a few more people watch the video and, you know, me get a few extra views, and hopefully, as a result of that, get a few extra likes, a few extra comments, and maybe a few extra subscribers, you know, all useful things. Anyway, this video's gone on quite long, so I'm going to say, from now, from me, it's goodbye.